Sports Snippets, Dennis Sullivan. How in the world are you? It's late night on a Saturday. Want to take a few moments, discuss Major League Baseball, some things I've been picking up on. And as a matter of fact, I was going to do a quick video on the entire scope of the Major League Baseball, of the entire season, my feedback and my thoughts. However, there's so much going on in the American League, as I would stumble into, as I was taking some notes, making a few additional observations. We're just going to keep it solely on the American League, and then maybe I'll come back in a few days or next weekend and I'll focus on the National League. If you do like the content of this particular video, go ahead, hit the thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe as well to my channel. So let me get started. There's 11 teams right now in the American League, 10 of which have a winning record, and the 11th, Cleveland Guardians, at 500, 52 and 52. And as a matter of fact, since they're in the Central there, they're only a game and a half out of first in their division. As the Minnesota Twins are only 54, 51. Not that that's that bad, I shouldn't say only, but I mean, they're leading the division. They're only 3 games over 500. Amazing stuff. And I'm noticing a little bit of a trend in the American League, and that is the teams that are making moves as far as in the standings, not necessarily in trades and that kind of thing, but just improved play and having a good season, very offensive strength or offensive focused teams. You look at Toronto. I mean, they could score a lot of runs. They're 59 and 46. Even Boston, and you could even say the Yankees. Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland's got, you got Ramirez, you got Naylor. Who's the other guy? Rosario. They got a couple of really good just day-to-day players, but I mean, Ramirez obviously a slugger, and Naylor's, you could pretty much put him in that category too. He's an up-and-coming player. Texas Rangers, tons of offense on that team. What do they have? 5 players starting or something in the All-Star game? Houston hanging in there. So, I mean, if the season were... Houston still... I mean, they're only 2 games out of 500, guys. If the season were to end today... Now, these records I'm reading is going into Saturday the 29th, by the way, of July. Your 3 division winners would be Baltimore Orioles, Minnesota Twins, Texas. Your 3 wild cards would be Tampa, Toronto, and Houston. Now, something tells me Houston is going to win that division. The Astros, I really like the Rangers. Don't get me wrong, guys. I really do. They've been such a great story. No, I see the Houston Astros, though. They're only 2 out, and there's like 60 games left. I can't count out both will make the postseason, in my opinion. I kind of like Cleveland in the Central. They're only a game and a half out. I mean, Minnesota is pretty good. They're both pretty good. And something tells me the winner of that division is going to make some noise in the playoffs. It's just a vibe, really. We're kind of due for something like that. Baltimore's the story, though. Best record in the American League, 63 and 40. You got Tampa with the same number of wins, but they're at 4. They're 3 more in the loss column. Again, going into Saturday, 63 and 43. Boston, 56-47. Can you believe the Yankees? Yankees are really only a couple out of the wild card, though. Even though you look at the standings, they're in last place. They're like 3.5 out of the wild card, 54 and 49. Boston's only like, right now, they're only like a game and a half out of the wild card. 56 and 47. The 2 teams that are kind of hanging around in the West, Seattle Mariners at 53 and 50. LA Angels 54-51. Don't like the chances of either of those 2 making the postseason. Maybe the Angels should be a little bit better, but you got to stay healthy. You got to, finish strong, obviously. I mean, you got Ohtani, of course. You got Trout. I mean, you got the best 1-2 punch in the whole American League, in my opinion. You can argue that, I guess, but Ohtani's phenomenal. So that's where we are. I'm going to say, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the three division winners in the American League, none of them are leading their division right now. So let me kind of, I wasn't even planning on saying that in this video. I'm going to say Houston Astros win the West. I'm going to say Cleveland Guardians in the Central. I just like them. And Tampa, I'm not giving up on you. I think the Orioles are the story. Again, I'll say it over and over. The Orioles are the story. But I can kind of see the Orioles like just kind of cooling off a little just in time for a Tampa run like in August. Toronto's looking strong for a wild card, very strong. So we'll see how this works out. I mean, Tampa, Baltimore both have good pitching. Tampa probably has, going on a little bit of a limb, but Tampa probably the best pitching and defensive team. But this American League is an offensive-oriented league this year, many years. It's been going on for a long time. You think American League, that's the offense league. You know what I mean? But Tampa has succeeded playing almost like NL style. You know what I mean? Speed defense is what I'm talking about here. And pitching. Historically, anyway, when I say NL style. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Texas and Houston, I mean, that's a huge rivalry. It's going to go down to the wire. But I'm going to say Tampa, Cleveland, Houston wins the divisions in the American League. Let me know what you think. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.